yeah, I mean, okay, not quite there, 23,490. So, but yeah, 23,500 almost there on the board. At least the pre-open showed us that. That's the first resistance. And then, of course, you start looking at retracements. The first one at 23,600. The 38% retracement to the entire fall. But you're right at the first resistance this morning. 0.5% higher on the Nifty. The Nifty Bank is up 0.5%. So super solid. And a continuation of what we saw last week. Mid-cap index is up about 0.8%. The Nifty heat map coming up on your screens will give you a sense of how we are starting. It's mostly in the green. You've got 41 names higher and about 9 stocks which are lower to begin the day. Surabhi.
Absolutely. What a solid start this is. The market now taking the next aim at the 100-day moving average, which comes in around 23,520 thereabouts. So let's see if we get to those levels. Right now, L&T, NTPC, Power Grid, Coal India, so lots of so-called old economy facing names doing really well this morning. Reliance is adding good support for the market. All the financials and banks are looking good. Kotak Mahindra Bank is up and about. There's Axis Bank that's flashing a fair bit of green as well, about 1% up. SBI is up about 0.8%. ICICI Bank 0.5%. HDFC Bank 0.5%. And for a change, actually, IT is not playing spoil sport. There's some green on IT as well. Infosys just about 0.25%. TCS is about 0.5% higher. HCL Tech is 1.5% up. So banks and IT both contributing. Other large stocks like Reliance also contributing. So it's a solid-looking screen. In fact, if I talk about the losers, so to speak, not too many names. There's Trent, there's Titan, some profit-taking or some weakness in these names, but otherwise it's good. Mid-caps is where the action really is. Look at the list of mid-cap gainers. A lot of these oil and gas stocks like Sudarshan had alerted us right in the morning because the PNGRB is looking at some consultations around some tariff regulations with respect to pipeline tariffs. So GAIL is one stock that's flying away, 5.5% higher. Even IGL is up and about. GSPL is up about 3.5%. So these could be beneficiaries, and they're looking very, very good. Other newsmakers include a Power Mech, which announced an order win, 6.5% up on that stock as well. So looking good there as well. So the mid-cap screen is alive and kicking. Lots of names, Phenolix Industries, Senco, lots of names on the upside. 1% higher now on the mid-cap index.
It's certainly a good-looking screen and, a continuation of what we've seen last week. So, we'll just have to see the cash market, buying has to sustain, buying has to come back and then stay, because I think it just in terms of pure covering, short covering on both index options and index futures, that largely has played out. Actually, we put those numbers up last week. At the total quantity of shorts, both on options and index futures, have been cut in exactly half, or maybe a little more even. So, that leg is played out, and now you've got to have cash buying, which needs to show up as well. And it has been showing up, at least I think 3 days in a row now. FIs have been net cash buyers. Just a few other names, right? I think even in stocks, I see a little bit of continuation. GAIL is up. The biggest volume-led gainer this morning is GAIL with a 5.5% gain, 185 on GAIL. And of course, IGL is a number 2 spot, 4.5% higher. There is a name like Balu Forge, which is coming up with a 5.5% pop. And the only reason we don't talk about it, not in the first hour anyway, but it's coming up because it's at number 3 position with regards to volumes. Almost 500,000 shares traded with just a few minutes in, couple of minutes in. Railtel is up 4%. K Fintech has been a big recovery. It was up on my plate with the biggest bounces. K Fintech is up another 5%. Power Mesh is up 6.5%, 23.10 or so. Olectra is up 3%, and all these have got decent volumes. Phenolix Pipes is another one, 8% gain, coming off very, very depressed. It's not seen a big bounce at all, like some of the other names, but this morning it's up 8% on large volumes. Things are just about picking up. AstraZeneca is another one which is up about 6%. It's for almost 9,000 rupee name. EPAC Durables is up 5%. Stocks at about 375. There is Midhani, which is up about 5%. Nibe India, which is a defense name. I think Nibe used to be sometime back SME name, is transited to main board, but 4.5% has seen a sharp correction from 1,700 rupee levels to above 900, back above 900 now. So Yeah, I mean, there's a fair bit happening. On the downside, there isn't. There is KEC, which is down 2.5%. It's got volumes as well. Mankind is up 2.5%. There is Dam Capital, which is down about 2%. But that's it. I mean, there are more names with cuts, but no volumes apart from what I've mentioned. So mostly all of the volume is on the upside. 10:1 is the advance to decline ratio coming in.